Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a good old-fashioned haul. Most of the products are ones that I purchased during the Sephora sale. Yes, this bag is chock full of products. And then I have a few things sitting on my desk that won't fit in that bag. But then I also have a couple of items, one set in particular from Ulta that I think you all need to run out and buy. So I wanted to throw those into this haul video. Most of these products I have not yet even tested or swatched. So we're going to do that together today. But some I have been testing. I have some thoughts already, but we're going to just have some fun, go through, see what I bought, and I'll share my thoughts. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get started. All right, we're going to start first at Ulta because I just have a few things that I recently purchased. So I picked up a new shade of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Gloss. This is the shade Honey Kiss. I do have just a touch of this on today over the top of my lipstick. It's a beautiful pearlized champagne shade. I love a good gloss like this as a topper to kind of tone down a brighter lipstick. So I think I'm really going to get a lot of good use out of that. The next item, I've only used this a couple of times, but I'm waiting for my correct shade. So it is the new MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation. I was so curious about this, and the shades are running quite a bit darker than I feel like MAC foundations used to. So this is NC25, and this is too dark for me even when I am freshly sunless tanned. So I'm waiting for a new shade in this, so I can't really speak yet on the performance. But what this foundation is supposed to do, it's 80% skincare formulation, which I think is amazing. It has hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to provide 24 hours of hydration. It's also, even though it has a radiant finish, it's supposed to have 12-hour wear, be transfer resistant, non-creasing, non-caking. So as we go into the winter, sometimes I feel like matte foundations just almost end up looking too dry, especially if it's cold and the air is drier. So I'm really curious to try this out in my correct shade. I'll be sharing more with you later on that. Another thing that I have actually tested this out a couple of times, I haven't quite formulated my opinion, but it's the Frosted Blur Face Primer, also by MAC. This is limited edition as part of their holiday collection. And I have to say, just the feel of this on the skin is so nice. It comes out blue, but it ends up drying clear. It is a very nice cooling sensation on the skin. And what it's supposed to do is control oil up to 8 hours and provide a blurred velvet matte finish. I have used this under a couple of foundations and felt like they went over the top of it just fine. What I really want to do though is try this out with that Radiance foundation and maybe a couple of others that aren't quite as long wearing on their own. So we'll see if it actually really performs well. All right, and the last product from Ulta, this is the thing you need to just run out to your Ulta and get, or go online and get. It is the Ulta Collection Gallery Lip Edition, and it is a set of 6 satin lipsticks. I'll put up on the screen what the set looks like. It's in a cute little box. This set of 6 lipsticks is only $16. And keep in mind, you can usually use your $3.50 coupon off. So that makes it $12.50 for 6 lipsticks. Now, not only would this whole set make a great gift, but you could easily break this up and give, one to each one of your friends, put them in stockings for stocking stuffers. So not only is the packaging just absolutely beautiful, and I love that they changed the color of the cap to match the color of the lipstick inside, but also the formulation on these lipsticks. I don't know if this is a formula that's been around for a while in the Ulta collection, but I have to say I was blown away. I was not expecting this at all. So here are swatches, and you can see how pigmented these are. They're buttery, they're smooth, and I love, absolutely love the colors that they included. Every single color is uniquely different. You've got kind of this brighter purplish color, a really nice nude pink, more of a taupey brown, a deeper brown. Then we've got a really nice, brighter, deeper plum, and then a beautiful red that's not a scary red, but it's perfect for the holidays. So I think This is a fantastic buy, not only for the price, but the quality. And let me show you the inside. I mean, these are just so nice. They fit the lips super well. Highly, highly recommend. All right, now let's jump into this massive haul. I promise we're gonna go fast. So we're gonna start with a couple of things that are non-makeup products. First of all, the Inky Caffeine Eye Cream. This was on my wish list. This took me forever to get because they left it out of my first order. So I've only used this 2 days. Jury's still out. It is a nice thin formula, but it is supposed to help relieve dark, tired eyes and puffiness because it has caffeine in it. Great price on this, so I'll keep you posted. The other eye cream that I purchased is the Dr. Jart Ceramidin eye cream. And this is a brightening and moisturizing eye cream. It says a dual function eye cream, especially formulated to brighten the look of dark circles and help strengthen skin's moisture barrier around the eyes. I have not yet started testing this out. I like to kind of do one at a time just to see, but I'll keep you posted. I did purchase 2 perfumes. So the first one I purchased is a full size of one that I bought when I was in New York. I bought a travel size and I have loved it so much that I bought the full size for my husband to give me for Christmas. It is the Ellis Brooklyn Vanilla Milk Perfume. And this is a newer brand to Sephora. And I did also pick up another scent to try out. But this particular scent is kind of grown-up vanilla, but it doesn't go florally and it does not go woodsy. Several other vanilla scented perfumes at Sephora I can't stand because they put a really heavy woodsy smell with them. But this one, it has a strong vanilla milk scent. There is another little layer in there that causes it to be really nice long wearing, but it does not give me a headache. Look at this jar. This is the full size, but it does come in a travel size. And I'll show you the travel size of the other scent that I picked up that I'm going to be testing out. So far, so good. I've used it once, but it's the Sun Fruit scent. And I think she has like 5 or 6 different scents. But here's what the travel size. It is a spray, which I appreciate. I don't like the rollerball. But this reminds me, not when you sniff it in the tube, but after it sits on my skin, this reminds me a bit of the Burberry Her perfume. That's the other one that I really enjoy that has more of a fruity scent, kind of an orange citrus scent, but I need to test this one out a little more to let you know for sure if it's a keeper. And then the other body product that I bought was the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. This, though, is a refill. So instead of having to buy the whole jar again, you save like $4. I mean, come on, they could have given us a little more off, right? But you save like $4 and you just buy the refill. So you just plop this right in your old jar. I love this. I just use it sparingly though, because it's so expensive. So I like to layer this with the Body Milk, the Soap and Glory Body Milk lotion. I'll put a little bit of this maybe here on my chest, décolleté, and my tops of my arms. And I think this scent goes really well with the number 71 by Sol de Janeiro. That is kind of my favorite kind of wintry scent. So glad to have that restocked. And then now moving into makeup related products. So I did pick up one of the Sephora brand. This is the velvet kind of face puff. So I'm interested to see if this is any better than the ones that I buy on Amazon. 2 things that I picked up just to restock my supply. One is a new Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I love this. One of these tubes lasts me for about a whole year. So it's time for a new one. So I just picked up a new one of those. And then I haven't had the Caliray mascara in a while, and I'm needing a new one for my lower lashes. This is my favorite for the lower lashes. It's not as volumizing as I prefer for the upper lashes, but it is a really nice mascara. All right, let's get into the good stuff. Okay, where to begin? All right, let's start at lips. I bought 2 new shades of the Giorgio Armani Lip Power lipstick, but I'm returning these 2 shades and I have a new shade coming. So I do have one more order still on its way. I'll tell you what's in that, but one of the things in that order is shade number 102. It's Romanzo in the Lip Power. So this first shade that I purchased, I really do really like it, but it is pretty bright and it's pretty on its own. It does remind me a little bit of the Tom Ford Spanish Pink, but I just feel like when I put this on, I have wanted to top it with something else. And that's how I'm liking it, is paired with another color, especially at this time of year. In the spring, I might revisit this, but this is shade number 108. And I just feel like it's just a little too bright on its own, and it's too expensive to have to want to put another shade on with it all the time. The other shade I purchased was 203. Online, it just looked like it was a more interesting brown color. I just feel like in person, I just don't feel like this is a shade that I'm going to be reaching for very often. It just is a little too warm, something that I would prefer maybe with a little shimmer, but at the price that these are, I need to exchange them. So these 2 shades are going to go back, but like I said, shade number 102 is on its way. Another lip product that I purchased, it just came yesterday, so I just briefly put it on my lips. It is the Lawless lipstick. Lawless, forget the filler, lip plumping line, smoothing satin cream lipstick. Whew, it's a mouthful. I have tried their glosses, and I do like the glosses. They get a little gloppy for me, but I thought, all right, I heard Risa Does Makeup talking about these lipsticks as being one of her favorites. The packaging is beautiful. These are newer on the market. This color that I got is Daisy Girl. And at first I was like, oh, that's pretty nice and pale, nice and nude. And then I put it on my lips just briefly, and I'm not quite sure. This is one of those that I got to put it on with a lip liner. It does have that slight little feel of plumping, but it's not uncomfortable. So I'll have to try this one and keep you posted. The other lip products that I bought, I am so excited about, and this would be another thing that I would strongly encourage you to go get. It's the set of the Tarte Maracuja lips. Now it comes like this, and it comes in a way that you can separate them, or you could give the whole thing as a gift. On the back of them, it has the to and from. So, you know, if you want to give one to one of your friends, keep one for yourself or whatever. But the reason why I bought this set is because it includes 4 different formulations in this line, and one that is exclusive to the set. So let me open these up here and I'll show you. So this first set, it just says at the top the shade is Fig, but it's 2 different formulations. So I'll show you this first one. It is the Shift. So this is the one that changes colors according to your pH level. But there is a starting shade. So it's not one of those that's like going to be your perfect like pink. It's kind of more of this neutral rosy mauve shade, but it is going to shift slightly on your lips. The other one in that set is the lip cream. Now, I've not even tested this one out yet, but again, shade Fig, but let me show you the finishes of the 2. So you can see that first one is super glossy, and this one is more like a nice slim lipstick. Now in the second set, it's Fig and Rosy Copper, and Rosy Copper is honestly why I bought this whole set. Hold on, let me open this. Okay, so first we have the Maracuja Juicy Lip, and this is the one also in Fig. So let me just show you, and these are a punch up, and you only want to push up enough to apply. You don't want to keep going because you can't roll it back down. So this one, so it looks similar to the Shift one, but the Shift one again is going to change slightly in color. But wait for it. This other one in there, this is the Rosy Copper, and this is the Lip Plump. This one has a beautiful gold shimmer finish. It's like a peachy gold. I just love it. Isn't that so pretty? So if you've ever wanted to try this formula, these products, I think this is a great way to do it, a good value. One more lip set that I splurged on because it's been a while, a couple years since I've had one of these. It is this set of the YSL, that's the Rouge Up Shine. and it's 2 full-size shades. So that was kind of what made me decide, okay, this is worth it, because one of these alone is so expensive. I mean, the packaging alone, you pull this out of your purse and somebody's going, what are you wearing? So the 2 shades are kind of similar. One is Nude Lavalier and the other one is Nude Lingerie. So let me show you the lighter of the 2. And I've only tried, I think, one of these on. I did swatch them on the back of my hand. And these are really, really, really shiny. They do remind me a bit of the Tarte Maracuja lips. These, though, have a really nice kind of fruity scent, I would describe it. And they are very buildable, super shiny. I do sometimes feel like they can bleed past your lip line if you have too much color. So that's why I don't really recommend these in a real deep color, but they are really hydrating on the lips and just so pretty. Okay, so here are the 2 shades right there. So kind of peachy and pink. So, you know, I kind of felt like, all right, we do have 2 different shades there. I don't know. So that was just kind of one of those really, really fun splurges, but I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know what I end up thinking if I keep them or return them. Okay, now we're getting to face and eyes. So on the face, I ordered another shade of the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in my winter shade. At least I think it's gonna be my winter shade. This is YP3. So I've used this just to brighten up like right here, and it's pretty pale, but I get pretty pale in the winter time, and I did not have a winter shade in that. So I'm excited for that. And then I did pick up 2 more shades of the Patrick Ta Blush Duos. The other shade is on its way to me because it was out of stock when I was doing my initial order. So I picked up this shade in the store. This is She's That Girl. And this, it's so pretty. It's a beautiful warm pink shade. So I was going for more peachy tones, which is the other one that I purchased. I'll let you know. So this one is really, I mean, these can pack a punch. I've not even swatched the cream. Oh, the cream is really pretty. There is She's That Girl. And then the other one that's on its way to me is the Peach Duo, and that's called Do We Know Her? So I'm excited to have these additions. I love this formula, and you're getting 2 for the price of 1, both the cream and the powder. So I feel like all in all, it is a good value. Now, the other cheek product that I purchased and I have not yet tried is this Charlotte Tilbury Blush and Glow Glide Palette. These were new, and this is a mini size. The packaging, I mean, as Charlotte does, she does beautiful packaging. Look at these 2 shades. I just love these shades. This, to me, is like healthy winter cheeks. You're gonna see a theme, it looks like, in my blush colors that I chose to buy. Oh my goodness. But the highlighter is really nice as well. Nice and smooth on that highlighter. And then there is the blush. Ooh, look at that. As I warm it up on my hand, the more it just blends seamlessly into the skin. I can't wait to try those 2. And then I ordered this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Glow Blush Duo. I've heard rave reviews about these blushes, and this duo was perfect because it is their 2 best-selling shades. So I thought, all right, if I'm really gonna test this out and see if it's worth it, all the hype, then I should get their best-selling shades, right? So they are 2 full-size blushes, which again, if I'm gonna try them, I need to get them at a good value. So this first one, and I am wearing both of these on my cheeks today. This first one is number 51, and it is beautiful. Now, I was kind of surprised because it is pretty bright, that it's a very buildable formula. Like, you know, one swipe on, I mean, you get good color, but you do need to build it up a little bit, which isn't a bad thing. And it does have, I don't know if you can see that tiny little bit of glow on the skin. And then the other one is number 50. And this is one that is more of like a pinky gold, almost like a highlighter color. But I layered a little bit of this over the top of that. and I don't have any separate highlighter on today. So that's all the glow that you're seeing on the cheeks. So I don't know. You'll see, I did film a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing, and so you'll see my first impression in that video. You'll see kind of what I think. I'm not 100% sure that those are worth the full price tag, like if you were to buy them individually, but as a set, might be worth it. The last cheek set that I purchased is this one from LYS. I told you in my recommendations video that I had bought one of these blushes and really felt like it's great quality. It's a clean beauty brand. And this set of 3, I think, is a fantastic deal. So these 3 shades I don't already own. Let's go ahead and swatch. So this first one, ooh, that's pretty. This first one is Humble, and these have a really nice blendable formula. They are pigmented, but not scary pigmented. I mean, not so much that you can't blend it out, but you can see, ooh, that's so pretty. So that's Humble. The next shade, I am really excited about this. This is Self Love, and this has a little bit of shimmer. So I don't think they've done one before that has shimmer. So let's just see how this shimmer translates on the skin. It's very subtle. I don't even know that I can see it right off. Maybe it just gives it a little more glow, but it's so subtle that even in the pan, I really can't even detect it. So that's nice. And the color is so pretty. And this last one, oh my goodness, look at that beautiful color. This is called Unique. And I have a feeling that, oh, whoa. So this is gonna be one that I have to use a light hand on, but would be beautiful with deeper skin tones. Oh my goodness, so, so pretty. So I am really excited about that set. That set is definitely staying with me. Now for the eyes, I went a little nuts here. One item actually my husband is going to give me for Christmas, but let's start first with the Sephora Collection 16 eyeshadow palette. This is, says the future is yours. This was on my wish list. This is special edition for holiday. It's a really nice tin packaging that actually you can lift this out and you can use the tin for something else. So I like that. It does have a really nice full-size mirror, but look at these shades. I just felt like these are so unique. I've not swatched these at all. Let me just swatch a few. I'm not going to swatch the whole thing. I'll wait and try this on in a video, but I want to swatch this one. Ooh. Okay, that's really pretty. I read mixed reviews, as I always feel like happens with the Sephora Collection eyeshadows. There's people that are like, oh, it's not pigmented at all. And there are others that say, no, it's fantastic. Okay, that's really beautiful. That would be this one. I'm just gonna swatch a couple of the shimmers and then we'll swatch a couple mattes. Okay, now that one seems like it's not very pigmented, but let's just see. Oh, okay. It might be one of those things that you just kind of have to dig your brush in. Yeah, because once I did a second swirl in here, now you're getting really good pigmentation. So that's just something to be aware of. Sometimes there is like a hard layer or something that you got to get past, just an initial layer on certain eyeshadows. Maybe it makes it better, more sturdy for shipping. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, but let me try a couple. Ooh, now the mattes seem very buttery, soft, and decently pigmented, very buildable, not super powdery. So there we go. There's a couple of the mattes. So I think overall, this is going to be a fun palette. We've got a nice cream shade for the brow bone. I think we can create daytime looks and a little bit of some color too. So can't wait to try that. Next one, this just came yesterday. This was one that I was waiting for. And I did use it on my eyes today. So I'm not even gonna swatch it. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. I'll let you wait for my get ready with me video with this palette, but it is the new Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty. Now, this did not even come on the scene until after I had done my recommendations video. It released on November 1st. And when I saw these shades, oh my goodness, I said, okay, I think I've got to get that palette. Now, some of you have been telling me I needed to try the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. That's the new black and gray, super, super smoky palette that she just did. And every time I looked at it, I looked at those steely gray colors and I felt like the looks all ended up looking more blue. And I know myself, and I just don't reach for those shades very often at all. And because I have warmer skin tones, I feel like those can look really harsh very quickly on me. So when I saw this palette, it is still that grungy kind of darker smoky palette, but it goes more plummy purple instead of blue. And I think that's what reeled me in. But then I thought, is this too similar to the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette? Now, I just have opened them up to look at side by side just now, and I don't think so. You tell me what you think. I feel like the grunge palette is the darker version of the I Need a Nude palette. So what I've loved in here are those rosy tones, the fact that it's cooler, but not too cool. And I feel like the grunge palette just takes it to the next level. So I feel like you could own both of these palettes and get equally as much use out of them. Now, I've only done one look with this. My look today, it was the first time I'd even swatched it. So check out that video, but I think you'll be seeing this palette appear more often. Now, this next palette, I'm just gonna open it up briefly because I'm trying not to look at it because it's also part of my Christmas. And it is the Pat McGrath Mothership 11 eyeshadow palette. Last Christmas, my husband gave me the number 10 palette, and it was my first full-size Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. It was the only one I had as far as full size. So when this palette came out, my best friend bought it, and I went back and forth on it. I thought, it's too similar to the one I have. I probably don't need it. And then I saw it in person. I kept looking at swatches, and I thought, it's different enough, and it's beautiful. So I'm just going to open it up briefly because, you know, I like to surprise myself, even though I buy myself my Christmas gifts. I like to not really remember it too well. So here's my last glimpse. I love the gold on the bottom of this palette. She's not done that before, to my knowledge. Look at those shades. I mean, these pans are huge. Oh my goodness. And you have to enjoy shimmers to really fully appreciate, especially these Mothership palettes. If you don't enjoy shimmers and the kind of duochrome nature that she does with hers, don't bother buying these. But if you enjoy some really good shimmers, her mattes are really nice too. But again, that was a splurge, and it was a splurge for my husband to give me for Christmas. So that's when I like to do that. All right, the last palette though, I have not yet swatched, and I get to actually open up this one. Also by Pat McGrath. She came out with a bunch of variations of palettes and palette sizes. So this is her face and eye palette. To my knowledge, it's the first time she's done that. I love just the really girly feminine outer packaging here. The inner packaging is cardboard, but it's a unique shape. It is nice and flat, so it's not too bulky. It is beautiful. Let's take a look at the inside though. Look at those shades. So we have 2 of her blushes, and I do believe these are full size or pretty close to full size. And then those 9 eyeshadows. So I'm really curious. Let's swatch these. Okay. We have some fun things going on here. All right, first of all, the blushes. Now this is the top one in the palette. I wasn't expecting it, but it actually looks like it has a little bit of a gold sheen to it. It's really pretty. This one's gonna be super bright, and you know, goes along with my theme of pink blushes apparently. And then here are the eyeshadows. Now this one is a duochrome, really pretty. The mattes in here, except for this one, these 2, they're buildable and the pigment is there, but this one was like one swipe and we got that color. The shimmers are all really smooth. This one is my favorite in the whole palette. I love that. And then, like I said, duochrome, and this is a bronzy shade. Those greens, I think, make it interesting. So I think I'm just into the palettes that have neutrals, but a little bit of something interesting to them too. So I think this is going to be a fun one to play around with. Can't wait to create some looks with that. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the order that's on its way contain a couple of other things I'll mention just briefly. One is the Ordinary Lash Brow Serum that you know I love. It's, I think, a great deal at its normal price of $14, but they had a duo for $20, and then of course your discount. So I ordered that because I always want to have that on hand. I ordered a couple of Christmas gifts, which I'm not going to tell you because those people watch my videos and I don't want the surprise to get ruined. And then the other item that I ordered for me to test out is the Westman Atelier. It's a trio of 3 minis. It's a mini contour, highlighter, and blush. I have heard so many people, makeup artists, people here on YouTube, rave about that brand, but it's so expensive. And I just couldn't find it in me to buy one of their full-size products to try out. So when I saw this kit with one of each, the contour, highlighter, and blush, I thought this is the perfect way to try this out. And I will be sure to let you know if I feel like that formulation is that much above some of my favorites like LYS or even Kiko Milano or the Milk Bronzer. So I'll let you know if I feel like it's really worth the extra high price tag. All right, that brings us to the end of this haul. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was so fun for me to finally get my fingers in some of these products, and I cannot wait to do my makeup tomorrow, the rest of the week, and start trying the rest of these products out for you. I'll be sure to keep you posted. Let me know in the comment section below what you picked up during the sale and or what you want to see me test out first. Check the description box down below and you will see a list and links to everything that I talked about. Be sure you stay tuned for the next video, which will be a tutorial on this look so you can see the new Pretty Grunge palette in action and several other products. And if you would, please give this video a thumbs up on your way out. It really does help my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.